Ivermectin, the one everyone has heard talked about since 2020. Many people have strong opinions about it, but today I want to break down what it actually is, how it works, and what it targets at a scientific level. First off, ivermectin is a broad-spectrum anti-parasitic medication. That means it's designed to target parasites, especially certain worms and mites, and stop them from surviving in the body. So how does it work? At the heart of ivermectin's mechanism is the way it interacts with parasite nervous systems. In many parasites, especially worms and arthropods, there are special chloride channels called glutamate-gated chloride channels that help control nerve and muscle function. Ivermectin binds to those channels, flooding them with chloride ions and causing the muscles and nerves to become overly inhibited. In simple terms, it paralyzes the parasite. Without nerve or muscle function, the parasite can't feed or move, and it dies. Humans don't have these same channels in their bodies outside the brain, and ivermectin at prescribed doses doesn't cross the blood-brain barrier, so it's considered relatively safe when used appropriately and under medical supervision. Now let's talk about what ivermectin kills or targets. Certain roundworms, including those that cause strong iloidiasis and onchocerciasis, some intestinal worms like ascariasis and trichuriasis, and external parasites like lice and mites. It doesn't work against all parasites. For example, tapeworms and flukes are generally outside its spectrum, so it's not a universal dewormer. This is the scientific base. But if you've been following my channel, you know that in my experience, ivermectin hasn't been a standalone cure. Ivermectin worked better for me after I addressed other parasite layers and barriers that were preventing healing. I believe that clearing foundational issues made my body more receptive to the effects of ivermectin. And for me, it became part of a long-term protocol, not a quick fix. We're talking ongoing work, consistency, and addressing the whole picture. Now, here's the part I really want to talk about, because this is where my experience may be different than what you've heard online. For me, ivermectin was not the instant miracle that people kept calling it. And I'm not saying it doesn't work. It absolutely does. I'm saying it didn't work the way it was supposed to work for me until I addressed other layers first. Because what I discover through years of trial, research, and watching my own body respond is that parasite healing isn't always a straight line. It's more like peeling an onion. And for some of us, there are layers of issues that can make your body resistant to healing. In my case, I truly believe there were things in my system that had to be broken down first before ivermectin could do its job the way it was designed to. So when I first tried it, I thought, okay, why isn't this doing what everyone says it does? And that's when I started realizing something important. Ivermectin works better once the walls come down. And what do I mean by that? I believe that parasites don't just live in the body, they build environments. They create protective layers, and they can hide. They can work with fungus, biofilms, inflammation, heavy metals, and other issues that create a body that's basically harder to penetrate. So ivermectin wasn't useless for me at the beginning, but it wasn't the main key yet. It was like trying to spray water on something when the thing you're trying to reach is behind layers of thick insulation. And this is also why I believe ivermectin often needs to be taken long-term, at least for certain people. Because when you're dealing with parasites that have been in the body for years, sometimes decades, you're not just killing one thing. You're breaking down an entire ecosystem. So today, ivermectin is now part of my personal protocol. I personally take it twice a day. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't just jump into that. This was something I worked up to over time. And this is what I'm going to explain in my next videos, because I'm going to go deeper into what those walls actually are and what I believe causes resistance to healing. I will be talking about what worked for me to break down the walls. So if you're someone who's been stuck or someone who's tried ivermectin and didn't get the miracle you expected, I want you to know something. You're not crazy. You're not broken. You just need to take other steps to help it work as intended. Please like and subscribe. Happy healing to you all.